What's going on, guys? Killer6 back with another legendary item review for you, and today we're taking a look at the Sleeping Giant. Mine is the Searing Sleeping Giant. Yours obviously can be any other prefix that this thing can spawn with. Searing obviously means that it is a fire elemental one, and as we know, fire works well in almost every area of this game, and so that's why this is one of the more, I would say, sought after elements in the game. Alright, so as you can see, the red text says, Infinite Path Carved with Unrivaled Skill. That is a reference to Sleeping Giant by Mastodon, a song and a band. And what does this gun do, you're probably asking? Well, obviously it's a DAHL SMG. So all DAHL SMGs in this game are good, as you may or may not know. And which it just feels weird saying that because, you know, we're so used to Borderlands 2 where DAHL just was not something you wanted to get your hands on most of the time, you know? Most DAHL weapons with the burst fire, and it just wasn't good. But on here, they've really gone above and beyond to make all weapons viable for various situations. So this one that I've got obviously has full auto and burst fire capabilities, and I'll try and switch back and forth between those frequently throughout this video. Now, what the red text on this one actually causes this thing to do is occasionally upon reload, you will get weird bonuses to your gun. I don't know what all of them are, honestly. I've tinkered around with this, and the one that I always recognize easily is when you get the excessive crazy fire rate bonus, and hopefully we can see that here in just a minute when I get a reload and it does that. But otherwise, I'm not sure what the other bonuses are on this thing for the reloads, but it's just completely random. There's no way that I can tell, at least, when it's going to do it. Like, you remember on the pre-sequel, any of you guys that played the pre-sequel, there was the glitch weapons, and occasionally those would give you some perks along the lines of this, like comparable to what this is doing. The reason this guy's freezing is because of Zane's skill tree, in case you guys are wondering. Has nothing to do with the gun. Just in case you guys are wondering about that. Zane has a skill where when you're hitting crits, things freeze, which is pretty great. But anyhow, back to the reload, and I'm still not having this happen yet. This happens so infrequently that it's really hard to show it off. But when it hits that crazy high fire rate, you will know it because it'll be like the whole clip will be gone in a second. In terms of the actual damage on this gun, it's pretty good. It's not, you know, it's not going to outdo the Crossroads or the Nighthawk for damage, but it will definitely hold its own. It's slightly better than your run-of-the-mill purple DAHL SMGs, in my opinion. But is it something that you're going to use in place of, say, a Crossroads or a Nighthawk? I don't know. You know, I'm kind of still on the fence about this thing because, like I said, the little perk that you get for this thing procking its reload thing, it's so infrequent that it's almost not even worth mentioning. And that's kind of the major downside, in my opinion, to this gun, is that it just doesn't proc often enough to make it worth that slot in your inventory, in my opinion. It is a very, very decent SMG, but again, like, if you saw my video review on the Crossroads, then you know that thing is just an absolute killer. And you know, comparing this to that is kind of rough. So I don't know. Again, I was hoping at some point during this video, I'm recording this live, by the way. I'm doing all these live just so I can give you guys my honest opinion as I'm using them and just be completely straight with you guys. I was hoping at some point we would proc that reload skill and I'd be able to show you guys, but according to other people, what other people have said is that you get a chance of random gun bonuses, increased fire rate. That's all anybody has ever said. If I had to give this thing a score, I'd probably give it a 6. Like, I don't know, man. It's better than average, but only just, if that makes sense to you guys. Don't think I would replace my Nighthawk or my Crossroads. If the reload bonus thing happened a lot more often, then it would definitely be much more worth it, but it just doesn't, so I don't know. So as you can see, occasionally you get like a speedy reload. Most of the time that reload speed's not so great. There was the high fire rate. There's the crazy speed fire rate right there, as you saw. There it goes again. That is insane when it happens. When that happens, it's extremely powerful. It unfortunately does not happen often enough. And then as I say that, I get it 3 times in a row. The grenades coming out there is because of duct tape mod. It's a Zane skill. Don't think that that's one of the perks for the gun, obviously. But yeah, man, this thing, if you can get it to proc that reload bonus, it's pretty great. And occasionally, like I said, you get a pretty fast reload as well. But it's just so hard to like judge when it's going to happen. As a matter of fact, there's no way to judge. It's just going to happen occasionally. There's the fast reload. Let's see if we can get the fire rate. I don't see anything that would indicate to me that it was going to do that. And as you saw, there it was. There it was again, back to back. If you can get that high fire rate on a regular basis, this thing will absolutely shred enemies. So again, I give this gun about a 6 out of 10. It's, you know, it's decent. If it would proc that bonus crazy fire rate more often, or the crazy fast reload more often, definitely be more worth it in my opinion. But yeah, so this gun's good. Probably not going to replace your Nighthawking or your Crossroads anytime soon, or your Cutsman. A lot of people love the Cutsman too. Cutsman's great, but slow projectiles, I should say. So I hope this video was helpful to you. If it was, please take a second to hit that like button, hit subscribe for more, tap that bell icon to be notified anytime I post a new video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Take care.